Welcome back to Atlanta Tech Edge. I'm Wes Moss. Marketo is one of the fastest growing tech companies in the country. They provide marketing software for companies of all sizes to build and sustain engaging customer relationships. Based out of Silicon Valley, Marketo recently launched their East Coast hub right here in Buckhead. Brady Holcomb was hired to lead the operation, and he joins us now with more. Brady, thanks for being here.
No, thank you for having me. I've been an avid viewer of Atlanta Tech Edge for a long time, so I very much appreciate you guys having me on the show.
Nice. We'd love to hear that. We'd love to hear that. So you guys are doing, so first of all, Marketo's version of marketing automation, just kind of general overview of your sweet spot and what you guys are doing.
Yeah, so to understand Marketo, it's really important first to understand what's going on in marketing.
Yeah.
So if you think about the marketer's job, Wes, it's actually changed more in the last 5 years than it has in the last 500 years. And the marketer's job has become incredibly difficult. So what we do simply as a company is we make it easier for marketers to market effectively. Okay,
so let's think about this. Are you give us maybe some examples. Are we talking about making ads now digital or multiple mediums? What are some examples?
Yeah, so let's say you're going to buy a car. And what's your favorite kind of car?
I'm going to say Audi. I'm a big Audi fan.
Audi fan? Audi's a great car. Okay. So Audi pushes out, they get the email addresses from some source, and they push out 1 million emails.
Okay.
Right, to prospective buyers, people that have a high propensity to buy.
Sure.
Right, so they see who opens them. Let's say 200,000 people open, and one of those individuals is you. Now, what's your favorite color of Audi?
Black.
Black. And what's your favorite season of the year?
The one after August. I think that's called fall.
There we go, fall. That's everybody's favorite, right? So anyways, Audi is watching you, and they watch you open, and they watch you click on the email. And let's say it's an Audi A6 that you go with. So you click on the email, you click on the A6, and it takes you to their website, and they see that the pictures that you're looking at the longest are of the A6 in black, and it's with a fall background. So when they go and they want that pinpoint, that perfect message to you, the next email, what do you think it'll be a picture of?
Hey, it's fall. We've got a brand new A6 coming out.
All right.
Why don't you come take a look?
Absolutely.
All right, so how does, which by the way, I'd love to get an A8, but I mean, that we're talking about a seriously priced car. I got to be like one of you tech guys to do that. So what does Marketo though do, or what do you guys do with this, and how do you then partner with a big company like an Audi as an example, or more of a kind of a medium-sized business?
Everything that you do digitally, right, your behavior, we can monitor that and score that and then market to you based upon that behavior. And when it goes to more from a B2C but more to a B2B type of example, what we can do there is watch those behaviors, score every one of those behaviors, and then lo and behold, the sales force of Audi, they would get a notification via their CRM saying, hey, guess what? His behavior is getting to the point where it would indicate he's coming very close to being a buyer.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. So is that part, does everybody score like you score? How do you guys differentiate, or is that part of the differentiation?
Yeah, that's a great question. So the way that Marketo differentiates itself based upon other vendors is pretty simple. It's a very very basic business principle, and that is be the only hot dog stand in town, right? And so what I mean by that is if you look at the other vendors that we compete against, there's a lot of vendors out there that did not start out like as a customer engagement platform as we did.
They had to mold into that.
Absolutely. So they bolted on things, they changed course of action, they started as an email service provider, what have you. And when Marketo was first designed, what's really great about it, now imagine this, Wes, imagine starting to engineer this perfect platform for marketers, right? And you come up and it's a blank sheet of paper and you get to build it from scratch. And the best thing is a marketer designed it for marketers. So our platform, our customer engagement platform, Wes, is actually designed by a marketer for marketers.
But okay, so started in Silicon Valley though, and then now Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's kind of a big, I mean, it's great that you guys chose Atlanta. Where else were they looking? How did they choose us here?
Yeah, so we're also looking at New York, Boston, and Charlotte. But why did we choose Atlanta? I mean, why else would you not choose Atlanta, right? It's the best city in the world.
Yeah.
I love this city. So it's a great hub for us. First and foremost, it helps us with our international customers and our international partners.
Hartsfield.
Absolutely. I mean, it's the busiest airport in the world. But then if you just look at Atlanta, right? I mean, we have some incredible talent here in Atlanta. And not only that, I mean, Atlanta's hired 8,000 people in the last 3 years for technology jobs. And then think about some of the startup companies that are in town. You have Salesforce with Kyle Porter. You have Rivalry with John Birdsong. I mean, we just have this incredible technology environment. And Marketo is, wise enough to move here to Atlanta.
All right, no, wait, you're not in the tech village, but you're close, right? Where are you guys?
Yeah, we're at 100 Tower Place.
Okay, so you're right next door.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. So now in Atlanta, is the focus here for Marketo the same exact focus as it is in Silicon Valley, or is it a little bit different here?
Yeah, it's a great question. So when we first came on, we were basically a sales and engineering focus, right? But we've done so well, and actually the talent in Atlanta has been so incredible that Marketo is actually growing ahead of schedule, and we're actually already growing out of this space, and we're looking at more space within the 100 Tower Place facility.
And then, so when your CEO is looking around the country,
right?
To some extent, you're here, right? Aren't you a native Atlanta?
I am.
Okay.
Thank
so
you.
CEO, he says, we're looking at all these different cities. I would suspect they wanted somebody that was native to the city, or why is that important?
Well, it's important because a couple things. Number one, we needed someone here that had general manager experience. So I've always been in sales leadership for the longest time, but
who were you with before?
CBeyond.
Oh, huge company. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're with CBeyond.
I was there in a general manager, focus, and so I was helping start other their West Coast efforts in Seattle and a new branch here in Atlanta, and so that's really why they brought me on outside of my marketing automation experience.
Well, you guys are going to do awesome here, and we're just glad to have you. The Marketo picked Atlanta, and you're running the show here for them, so we appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for stopping by.
All right, thanks.
All right, for more information, visit marketo.com.